bitch, let's get to Greenland. And then you go after Denmark. Holy fuck. And then Sweden. These people, look, as far as I know, the Swedish and the Danish were the first time that I saw nude women. Okay? When I was like 14, 15, they weren't taking it, but we were able to, we had access. Now you're screaming at them? Son of a bitch. And the Swedes are sending troops to Greenland. It defies human imagination. Okay? It's one thing. I've been saying for a long time that it is difficult and it's become harder and harder for me to satirize what is already satiric. I don't know how it's done. And for those of you who are, but how do you, we've gone beyond it. How do you satirize what's psychotic? How do you satirize what is essentially a group of people who have redefined the words mental illness? And I don't know. The only ones, if you've not watched, I would expect most of you have, but if you've not watched South Park this past season, then turn it on. Because it's life-changing. I mean, it is. Because it's the only, I appreciate what we do on The Daily Show, but it's like Nerf balls. These guys are like, holy fuck. They've gone to another place. It's well worth your time, your energy, and your focus. It's the first cartoon in a long time I go back and watch it again. I go, son of a bitch, they did that? Son of a bitch, they did that? Son of a bitch, they did that? I mean, son of a bitch. So I'm going to start this because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all of it, and there really is some great stuff. This comes from Barb Forrest. I used to turn channels whenever you came on right off. And told my friends what a miserable person you were. Times have changed. And now I am as miserable as you are. This current state of affairs has changed me to no end. And how I feel, and now I feel like you. Best regards. And then she goes on, I was at Folsom twice to see the Dead and Company and a few times to see the Grateful Dead. I may have passed right by you, but you were probably in the VIP section, which is out of my price range. No, I wasn't. I was not in the VIP section. I could barely afford to go to that show. And she says, bring my show to Wheeler in Aspen. I've been there, and I don't know if I'll be back, but if I do, I ain't coming in the winter, fucker. And I love the fact that I actually gained a fan because of how shitty things are. I've been waiting for somebody to write about this because this is what I've felt for a long time. And not just because I'm a Jew. Tom McGuire, I know the Christmas season is over, but my balls are twisted in a Windsor knot. So this has been building for decades, and I can't hold it in anymore. When will somebody please either make a version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas that doesn't make me consider jumping off a bridge? Or ban the damn thing altogether. That one song is responsible for more suicide hotline calls than any of the other bullshit reasons combined. Oh, I lost my job. Fuck you. I had to hear 42 verses of Have Yourself a Fucking It All Shittin' Christmas. Is there a single fucking human who doesn't feel like the world is shoving mistletoe down their throats and telling them to shut the fuck up and like it if you crying pussy while listening to this morbid dirge of a Christmas song? Alternatively, we could turn it into a sport. Every time it's played on the radio, some DJ gets smacked around. That at least might cheer us the fuck up. When it's played in bars, longshoremen cry like children. Nobody needs to see that. Somebody do something about this wretched salute to misery, please. Two nights ago, before I had to do the show, I woke up Tuesday morning at about 6 o'clock. I've finally gotten Sammy to the point that he sleeps later. So now I'm up, and so I'm fucked, because now he knows I'm up, and he's eyeing me like, get out of bed, you fucking lazy prick. And so, but at that point, literally, because I'd read that earlier in the day, in my head, and I know you've all experienced this with one song or another, I had yourself a merry little Christmas on a goddamn tape loop on a Tuesday morning, this past Tuesday fucking morning. This is from Walter Wobbly Vickers. Where do they come up with this? My darling wife wanted to watch a football game back in December, so I took out a free trial subscription to YouTube TV. Time went by, and like an idiot, I forgot to cancel it. So I got hit with the $80 monthly fucking renewal fee. As soon as I saw that charge on my card, I went online to cancel it. I logged in and spent upwards of half an hour navigating insane, deliberately difficult menus before finally getting to a button labeled Cancel Now. Thanking Providence for small favors, I hit that damn button, but I got an incongruous response that left me wondering whether it worked or not. So I decided to start over and cancel again, just in case I screwed it up. Having been through the gauntlet already, it went a little faster the second time around. And in less than 2 minutes, I was back to the Cancel Now button. I stared at it hard, read it 3 times. Really now, in this world of certainty, could anything be much more clearer than Cancel Now? So carefully, making no mistake, I clicked that button and presented with a screen that said, "Welcome back. Your subscription will restart immediately." From Dave Andrews. Hey, Lewis, as a longtime Canadian fan, I have one small question to ask. What the fuck is going on down there? Jumping Jesus Christ. The United States has been the vacation capital of the world for us Canadians for as long as I've been around. If any of us were lucky enough to retire, we couldn't wait to become a fucking snowbird and fly south for the winter months. Because who the fuck wants to spend winter in the frozen tundra? But now, you know it's gone batshit crazy when those old retired fuckers from Canada are selling their places in Florida and staying here with your nuts wrapped in insulation just to survive the 4 months from hell. This shit has to stop because you're never gonna see a fucking Disneyland built up here. So hopefully things can get back to some type of normal sooner than later, because if the U.S. decides to invade Canada, they're fucked, because all our signs up here are in French. This one is kind of astonishing because I didn't know this. Because every time I think things have gone really off the rails, I stumble onto something else that you go, holy fuck. This is from Shannon Simmons. She sent a few things in, and this is really, so it's the first time I've had a chance to read one. And I know her because she literally, but you'll see it, everything is in capital letters. So essentially, she wants me to scream through this, and Shannon, I apologize, I'm not. It loses a certain amount of its impact. And then I'll tell you what the sentence is that she's written that's not in capital letters. Only one. What the actual fuck? Why does our government The officials we elected running away from the idiot in chief like scared children and stand up to him. Isn't this their fucking job? Does no one understand the system of checks and balances? Obviously, they do not. This is not in capital letters. I learned this shit in my 9th grade civics class. Wake up, America. You've let a madman turn this country into a joke. Almost every word out of his huge, fucking, ugly face is a bullshit lie. How dare you, the ignorant, unlearned masses, defend his bullshit? I'm a proud Native American woman, and I am disgusted by the unchecked actions that are completely, obviously illegal. Detaining people from tribal lands is an atrocity, and I'm fairly certain most people have no idea that 4 members of the tribe in the South Dakota reservation have been arrested and detained in an ICE facility in fucking Florida. I'm gonna lie down. I didn't know that. Anybody? You did? Wow. Where do you find news like that? I got to get it in an email written in capital letters. Wow. The tribal council has filed a lawsuit for this violation of tribal laws. Fuck you. Leave my people alone, asshole. Of course the idiot responded with the offer that he will not release any Native American citizens until they allow the federal government to establish ICE detention centers on tribal land as he was told more than 2 months ago. Why aren't people furious about this shit? He is so stupid that you believe that it is okay for President Dump to hold Native Americans hostage until they allow him to break the treaty that was established before most of us were even born. It is treason, and he should be tried by the tribal council and hung on the front lawn of the White House. Fuck you, fucking motherfucking stupid piece of shit, entitled moronic fucktards. Quit being a bunch of witless cowards and put a stop to this insanity. Try thinking for yourselves for a minute and stop eating shit and smiling about it. And then it's fuck, which is the way I write it. It's 25 U's and 12 C's and 8 K's. That's why I do it, is for those moments when I read that, and then I had to read it again because I was going, where the fuck? How do you miss that? You know? This is from Nicole Russo. Hi, Mr. Black. I've been so infuriated for so long. The state of affairs are continuously becoming more and more dismal. Shit, balls, tits, motherfucker, and pits. Thank you for being an outlet for me to commiserate with. I just cannot talk about the constant downward spiral with my loved ones, co-workers, or other decent human beings I have in my life constantly. They are trudging through the same hell as I am, and we have to find surface conversations that are not so heavy most of the time, or else we will just hug and cry and become a puddle of woe. But thank you for this outlet. Fuck the political proponents of poverty, violence, and division. Fuck the rulers of our country who line their pockets with cash and dare not allow compassion for their constituents or communities that touch their hearts. They are black, cold, ugly hearts. Luckily, my heart is big and full, even in these wacko fucking insane times. She wrote some nice stuff about me. I won't go into it. Much appreciation, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole.